Hey guys, ArkhIce here, and today I'm gonna basically go into like a discussion stuff, right? Because there's a few things I want to talk about the state of the game, and there's quite a few content creators as well that are a lot bigger than me, right? And are more dominant in the scene when it comes to Grand Cross YouTube that feel the same as I do, and we all share the same mindset. Like Grand Cross is fun and all, but like they're at the point to where I don't know how to really explain it. It's just not as fun as it used to be, right? And like it's not like it's devoid of content, right? We have content. It's just it's not as fun as it used to be, right? But before we hop in this, if you do enjoy today's discussion slash content, make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't yet and you want to, hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when I upload, you know? So, what I mean by that, right? Because like I watched Rigatoni's video, I think he at the time of this recording yesterday, right? He uploaded it and he talked about the state of the game and stuff, which I'm doing it based off his because I agree with every single point he meant in the game. Because like they release, we'll talk about PvP, like they release all these events, right? And these events aren't particularly hard. I mean, you go in here, if you have the one Escanor, he can legitimately actually solo this. You can go in here with the one Escanor, solo this, kill him really fast, really easily. Hell, you could even go on normal, and if you do normal the entire time, you still will have enough to get everything in the shop, right? I haven't done it much. I'm gonna be starting to. I need to do it here soon. But yeah, you can literally just do everything in the shop on really easily on normal and just like get everything and clear it out completely in a few days. It's not that hard to do. It's like, and it's auto easy, and like I did hell, or is it hard? I don't know. Whatever the highest did, hell, extreme. I auto extreme, and it's very easy to do. Content is not that hard. Like I don't want like challenging content. Like let me put this in better words. Final boss is a good example, right? Final boss. I haven't actually done this yet because I don't particularly care too much. I'm gonna do this on like the last day. But final boss, right? When it comes to final boss reruns and stuff, these aren't here. On Final Boss reruns, they took out these, right? They took out the costumes for Final Boss reruns when it comes to Final Boss costumes, and the shop is downgraded. Like here, you have cosmetic materials, you have UR stones, but in like the Final Boss rerun shops, you have these, right? You have awakening stones, you have demon parts, the hammers, the water, life, and blood, and the UR chest, and I think like one more thing. But you don't have the other like really good stuff, right? You don't have the cosmic materials. I'm pretty sure not UR stones. I may be mistaken that. I'm pretty sure there's a score reward, but there isn't. I mean, that's also takeaway because you're missing SA coins, gems, and then of course they don't have the ranking system, right? And they don't have all the ranking rewards, which is the UR stones, the pendants, the hammers, anvils, the costume, right? The gems. This is like the biggest thing to me right here, is right this part right here. These 30 gems, they don't have that in these Final Boss reruns anymore. And obviously they only have the Legends difficulty, which is hell is 160,000, right? Legends, I think it's like 220,000. It's here 220, 200, and which like a lot of people need. Like I think they show the statistics is like 40% or something in the game have 200,000 or higher CC. So like a 40% can actually reach that CC and go first and everything, right? But you got the rest. And it's like it's not too hard, but like no one cares about it, and I guarantee you to a T that barely a lot of people don't do it, right? And it's just because like there's no legitimate actual worthwhile rewards. Cool, there's demon parts, but the only demon part that currently matters, and I haven't done my demon stakes, I've really just been doing other things today, is the only one that really particularly matters is this guy. This is the only one that particularly matters today. In today's age when it comes to Grand Cross. Like these other ones, most people legitimately grind these every single day and have like 500 to 1,000 in their item storage. I don't. Because I don't grind it, I don't know demons as much. As you can see here, I only have like 200 of each. This one I have 300. I don't have much there. So it's like legitimately, I don't particularly have that much compared to others. But like a lot of people have it in an inventory where they can just go in here and they can just, not super awakening. That's a whole nother thing. Limit breaking, right? Belmont's the issue because you have limited Belmont scores, so you can't level 90 people. And this really hits hard on free-to-play players. Because, like, this is going to delve in the next point, right? As a free-to-play player, you come in here and you pull the bond for PvP, right? And you get in level 90, you SA5 him, you buy all of his costumes with gems and everything, right? And you don't need the Arthur, but he was 242, so most people did get him, and he's also one of the most optimal teams, right? They got him, they got all his cosmetics, or got most of them. I don't have his cosmetics. I just haven't bought his cosmetics yet. They SA5'd him, level 90, you know. Cool. They, you know, most people, they did either the Escanor or they did Red Easton, which mine's down here somewhere. And then, of course, they did Twiggo, right? Twiggo, some people might not level 90, but most people who invest in the Bond team will level 90 him, right? And Bond came out, what, a month ago? I think it was a month ago. And the thing is that in exactly 3 weeks to a month from now, they're going to release another Fez unit, right? And that Fez unit is going to be the counter of the Bond. That's the thing. They already have been trying to counter Bond already, with not Sigurd, right? They tried to bring back the Assault Melee's team. Then they released, you know, Roxy, which Roxy did partly counter Bond. But the thing is that Roxy had these old stats, so she couldn't particularly actually counter him. And then you had, you know, Merlin and Elizabeth. Elizabeth has a huge amount of damage reduction for depending on the Goddess team or the Unknown team, right? She had that, but she has the old stats, and her other cards aren't the greatest, right? And of course, you also have Merlin, who has new stats, so she has decent actual stats. She has new costumes. She has a really good DPS moveset. She legitimately does the damage to this guy right here. So she can hit hard and she do DPS, right? But the thing is that he already does that. He already does the counter of the Bond. He already does that, so most people already have him built up. Why summon from Merlin when you can just save for the next festival, which is guaranteedly more than likely going to actually fully counter Bond, make the Bond team completely useless, and all this time and effort and material you spend investing in him are going to be for nothing, right? Because he's good for final boss, but he's not good for autoing. He's not good for a lot of PvE events. There's a few that he's good for, but he's mostly PvP unit. So whenever this unit comes out and just disregards what you did with Bond and PvP and everything, it hurts free-to-play players, because SA coins are not that easy to come by when you need to do a lot of units. And like, I'm not talking to like all your entire box. I'm talking your PvP team, your guild boss teams, because there's now, I think, is it 4 guild bosses now? Or is it 3? It's 3 or 4, right? And then of course you're gonna have the final boss units. You're gonna have to do your demon units. You have to do, and it's like you have all these units. You have to SA5. And SA dungeon is garbage, right? This dungeon that's in special dungeon is absolutely garbage. And of course you have these over here you could do, but these aren't worth it. And the only one that like actually offers SA coins is here, right? But the thing about this right here, I do not want to open this, is that it takes your plat. It takes 6 of your plat coins. And for free to play players, those plat coins are very precious to get you the units out of the shop that you need, especially when a new unit will eventually come out of the shop. You're going to need your plat coins to do that, right? So that's the thing. It's just like, it's just, where is it going? It's just a never-ending cycle that, especially for free to plays, is just tiring and basically hopeless. Which I understand, it's a PvP game, there's going to be counters, but whenever you have as much of investment you have to do for a unit as you do in Grand Cross, you have to level 90 them. You don't have to get dudes, but you can. Costumes, upgrade those costumes, right? Because that is another thing, is right, you have to upgrade your costumes. You have to come in here, the enhanced costume, and put your materials you get into it, right? So you got enhanced costumes, get costumes, level 90, awaken them, SA5, affinity, and then you also have to work not all of that, but you have to work on their gear. You got to get them actually good built gear. You got to get UR gear. You got to make sure that you have the anvils and the hammers to make their gear piece actually really good. You know, there's a multitude of things going on a list that are honestly really, really time consuming, and it takes so long to do this. I don't know, they need to do something, because especially when it comes to like Belmos, right? And there is a certain glitch you can do that infinitely farm Belmos. It gets fixed, by the way, in the card update, so if you do know how to do it as much as you can before it goes away, because they will fix it in a week to 2 weeks. They will fix it in global, so do it as much as you can. But you can only do these 3 times a day, and they give you limited amounts. It's just not fun. It's just not fun for me anymore. And I haven't even done these all yet. Like, I haven't done these because like these take one try. They're really easy, but it's like, I hate this tower. I bring back this old tower, and let me go tavern. I haven't finished it because I'm lazy. It ends soon. I need to finish it. Bring back this. This is the tower that's really, really good. It gives a lot of SA coins. That gives the gems. It gives the gold, which gold isn't really an issue. It gives, you know, anvils. It gives cosmetic materials, hammers. It just gives us opportunity to get. It gives so much good stuff. Bring that back. That is what we need. Or a secondary thing, if you don't want to do that, make this reset each month. Make these honestly reset each month so you can get the rewards again. Like once a month, let these reset so you can constantly just keep doing them and getting the rewards, bro. That would be really, really good. And then there's PvP, which the state of PvP is just horrid. Right? Green Escanor, Green Escanor meta with King Broom, Green Escanor was really fun. The Pierce meta with the Valenti and then Mono Red was really fun. I think where it went downhill was when they started introducing festivals. I think festivals was the worst thing for this game. That was like the absolute worst thing they could do for this game, is introduce festivals. Lost Vein was alright, because Lost Vein wasn't like that bad to deal with. Like when he's on his own without Goddess Liz, Lost Vein is incredibly actually kind of easy to deal with. He's not that hard, right? Because here's the thing, his crit resistance is absolutely nothing. Like before Super Awakening, it was actually, I think, like 1%. It was really, really bad. So you could just, you know, crit him with, you know, the various other units that are in PvP and kill him quite easily. It's just basically an all-rush meta. I mean, I think it started going downhill really started, right? Not like, it wasn't like downhill yet, but it started like, it was at the tip of the mountain and it was at the tip of the roller coaster. And you're looking down, but the back of the roller coaster hasn't fully pushed forward yet, so you actually haven't gone all the way skyrocketing down yet. That's where Lost Vein was. And then when Goddess Liz came, that's when the roller coaster fully tilted over and went flying down and just started zooming like a roller coaster does, right? When she came out was when it happened. Because she was what started the really bad, very, very unfun metas. But yeah, I don't want to extend this video out anymore. It's already 13 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. Give me your thoughts in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.